You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Ria Tanwat Cotrillo. Our source today, AFP spokesperson Colonel Medel Aguilar. Colonel, good morning. Nice to have you here on the program.
Good morning, Ms. Ria, and good morning also to our viewers.
Sir, let's get right to it. There were Chinese fighter jets seen circling a Philippine aircraft during the joint patrols with Australia. How concerning is this move from China? What does it mean? What message do they want to send?
Yes, the circling happened on the second day of our maritime cooperative activity with Australia. But as what was reported to us by our uh, Air Force pilots, there were no untoward incidents that happened. So we are able to accomplish our mission set for this maritime cooperative activity, and at the same time, no one was hurt in that incident.
Sir, is this the first time na ginawa ito ng Chinese fighter jets towards our aircraft?
To our aircraft, yes, this is the first time. But to other aircrafts coming from other countries, they did already sometime earlier this year, or if I'm not mistaken, that was in May this year, when they tried to conduct dangerous maneuvers while an aircraft coming from the United States and Japan were also on flight over that area.
Okay, should Chinese aircraft be in that area in the first place? Are they allowed to be there? Or nagulat na lang na biglang dumating sila sa area na yan?
If we are going to follow the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, the presence of this Chinese aircraft is illegal because the UNCLOS clearly defined that that maritime area belongs to the Philippines exclusive economic zone, and therefore they have no reason to be on that area, and much more can undertake activities that will cause harm or could result to accident. But of course, they were also flying from a distance, so the incident did not, the accident did not happen.
All right, so what's the Philippines doing about this? Are we going to lodge any type of formal complaint?
Yes, the Department of Foreign Affairs will continue to file diplomatic protests for their presence in areas that are not supposed to be they are not supposed to be there. So they will continue to file diplomatic protests against China for that action.
All right, sir. Now, recently, the Philippines held two back-to-back joint patrols. How would you describe these joint patrols between the Philippines and the United States and with Australia? What was your assessment of how they went?
First, I think other countries have already recognized that what we are doing in the West Philippine Sea is in accordance with international law, because no country would ever join you if you're violating international law. Second, they also realize that the Philippines, though we are a small country and we are up against a bigger country, is assertive in our for our sovereign rights and jurisdiction, and therefore we are also performing our obligation as stipulated under this international convention. So these are, I think, the important messages that we are sending outside, and of course to our internal audience, about the activities that we are doing here.
All right, with that, sir, we do need to take a short break, but we will be back. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Ria Tanwat Cotrillo. Our source today, AFP spokesperson Colonel Medel Aguilar. Sir, welcome back to the show. Now, before the break, we were talking about the joint patrols that we conducted with the United States and Australia. Are we expecting to conduct joint patrols with Japan soon? If ever, when would that be?
We are expecting to complete first this agreement with Japan, which is the reciprocal access agreement. We hope to finalize that, and I think the Secretary of National Defense has already said the urgency of that we should be able to finalize that agreement so that the activities with Japan can already be implemented. So yes, we are expecting more patrols, joint patrols with other countries could be bilateral and multilateral later on.
All right, so still in process. Sir, we also want to get your reaction on China's statement that the Philippines is enlisting foreign forces to stir up trouble in the South China Sea. What do you say to that, sir?
Number one, it's not us that is actually asking these foreign countries to join us. They are the ones volunteering because they see that what we are fighting for is in accordance with international law. So there is also no reason for them to say that we are stirring trouble in that area because number one, we are not involved in any act, in any harassment. Contrary to what they are saying, they are the ones doing this water cannoning, this shadowing, these dangerous maneuvers. So I think all faults point to them because they are the ones creating the trouble in the West Philippine Sea.
Right, sir, on to another topic before we go. The armed forces supporting the amnesty grant of President Bongbong Marcos to rebels. How significant is this move for peace-building efforts in the country?
This is very significant because considering the number that is remaining in the rank of the CPP, NPA, NDF right now, which is just more than 1,000, and of course the dismantling of the guerrilla fronts that they have. Now, what is important now is how to bridge the obstacle that is preventing the members of the CPP NPA from surrendering because many of them, as we have counted at around 400 plus, are facing criminal charges in court. So these cases are the ones preventing them from surrendering because instead of going back to their families, they fear that they will go to jail. So of course, the coverage of the amnesty will only be for the offenses committed in furtherance of rebellion and not those that are personal in nature. So again, this is very important because this will also bring closure to the conflict, to the decades-old conflict that we have been facing. And I think this is obstructing our growth and development as a country. And if we will be successful in this amnesty program, I think we will be able to bring the peace in our country. And we are happy also that even the MILF leadership has already declared its support to the amnesty program that is being pursued by this government.
Right, to clarify, sir, did you say 400 rebels will benefit from this amnesty?
400 plus from the CPP, NPA, and DF because we have identified these people because the members of the CPP who are facing these criminal charges in court. And also, ma'am, let me also emphasize that from the surrenderies that we have, meaning to those who have already returned to the folds of the law, there are also more than 400 who will benefit from this amnesty program.
All right, sir. Now, does the amnesty mean that there will be a ceasefire between the AFP and rebel groups now?
That part was not discussed in the proclamation, but the armed forces will continue to perform its function of protecting our people, and that will mean subduing violence that is being propagated by this armed group.
All right, sir. Thank you for that. A pleasure speaking with you this morning. That was AFP spokesperson Colonel Medel Aguilar. And thank you for joining us here on The Source. Sitting in for Pinky Webb, I'm Ria Tanwat Cotrillo. You're watching CNN Philippines.